Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Benjamin, and this is finally another Let's Pixel tutorial. So you guys can be excited because we are going to do some pixel art, and I've got a couple ideas here that I'd like to do. I'm just going to pick one of them though for now. So this is inside my game Grain War. Okay, so we're going to do a Dark Angel, I think. That's what I'm looking at down here. And I don't have this exactly how I want to do it planned out yet. So let's do this size. I'm not sure exactly how big it's going to be, but it's probably going to be a little bit smaller than this. Maybe it will be about this size. So the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of fill in this darker gray color and create a couple of the things that. So the head is gonna be about like this, and I'm just using the square option. Then there's gonna be the body about like that. And let's maximize this. There's going to be some calves. It'll look about like that. Except that we're going to erase that a little bit. Okay. Let's grab this again. I don't remember whether they call those calves or not, but they're actually going to be the thighs. So, yeah, that was kind of silly, but whatever. These are going to be the calves. Okay. I've already kind of sketched this out, so I kind of know what I want already. And for this part, I'm going to use this. Oh, I need it to be on replace. Oops. Okay. There we go. Something like that. And like this. And we're looking good so far. Let's add a neck in here. It's kind of a strange looking figure, but that's kind of how I planned it. A little bit weird looking, because it's supposed to be evil, right? So kind of want it to look weird. Just add those in to try and get those a little better. So I zoom in and out a lot so I can see what it looks like from far away. And that's really important when you're doing pixel art like this. If you've seen some of my other pixel art tutorials, I'm constantly doing that in those ones as well. Because I'm trying to smooth up these edges. and especially since I started with squares. So that's looking pretty good so far, and my arms actually come up like this. I'll give this a little more substance. Like that. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's give this guy an elbow and bring the arms out just a little bit like this. He's gonna have kind of long arms and long legs. Definitely weird looking. Super strange. Sometimes the trickiest part of pixel art is just getting the freaking sides to match up. It's hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's looking good. So step over here. And I think step over here. Oops, that was too far over. Okay, let's come down like that. Awesome, I think they're the same. It's so hard to tell. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a lighter color because I'm going to add in the wings. I've already kind of got a design for these wings. I think probably what I'll do for the wing is do one side and then copy it over to the other side, because it's when you're trying to do something symmetrical like this, it gets really complicated to try and copy everything over. I probably should have just done that with the arms. Okay. I'm looking down at a drawing I've got here. And let's come up here. This is why I made this one so big, because I wanted the wings to come clear the heck up here. Okay, and it looks like I'm going to do a single step, well, a double step all the way up, so that seems like a good idea. Here. This is going to take a little longer than some of my other pixel art tutorials because this is a huge project, but it'll help you guys understand scale a little bit. Let's just do this all the way up like this and come all the way back down, taking these off. Okay, so you can see I've got 2 pixels for each step going up like that. And that's going to be a little bit too high actually. I might need to take some of those off. Because the wings are, I'm going to use red here just because this is going to be a reference. So the wings are going to kind of come, oops. They're going to kind of come out like this a little bit. Like this. And then they're going to come back in a little bit right here, like this. And then after that they're going to come out again, and then they're going to come back down here, and I've got them in my drawing, I've got them going about down to the legs, like that. So that is what the wing is going to look like. In fact, that's not too shabby, I might just use that. if I can get it to work nice here. Come in right there, take this off, and we'll make all this gray. And this is a step down by 2. Then step out by 3. Let's make this a third step right there. Step. And we'll do that. Okay, that's a pretty good start. So let's fill that in. And we're going to want to round this down here, so let's carve off some pixels. I'll do that, that's pretty good. And then round this up a bit. In fact, we're going to add pixels to this to round it. It's getting close. Okay. Add just a little bit of definition here. Round that off a little. And we're looking pretty good. I want to make this feel a little thicker. Like that. Yep, I like that. So now, if you've never done this before, you copy exactly half of your image, like this, and then you transform and you mirror it, like that, and then you paste back in the other half, and I think I left a space of 2, yeah, like that, and magically you now have your entire image exactly the same both ways. So now what we're going to want to do is add some detail to the angel. So I'm going to add in some eyes. Except that was not a color. Let's do this. It's looking pretty creepy. And I'm thinking I'm going to do, it's got like an ash type looking body. I'm thinking I'm going to do some armor on it. Well, I kind of like it without the armor. just like this. I could do some cool designs on it with the kind of a red looking color. Let me save that red color. I actually don't like what I did here. I like the square feeling to the head for some reason. Makes it feel kind of like a robotic angel. I don't know. That's what my original sketch looks like. It's got like a square looking head. And I can give it a mouth that's more like a... that looks weird. Not in a creepy way. Yeah, I don't like that mouth. Wonder if I could do like a... I'm not liking any of this. I don't like the red actually. Let's try a green maybe. Make it a little darker. Okay, this is starting to work for me. I'm liking this. We'll put on some cool designs. It's like a Tron angel now. Yes. Yes, this is starting to work. The green might be a little too strong, but I can fix that in a minute. This helps me put some definition into the shape of the creature too. A little too much. Let's add a little bit right there. Come down and add in something right here. Thinking. Let's do it like this. Okay. That is really cool looking. Like I said, there's a little too much right now. That's cool. Wonder if I can bring this down. Okay, that's really cool looking. I think maybe it's just this right here that I don't like. No, I do like that actually. Yeah, the one thing that I definitely think is that this green is too bright still. It looks cool, but it's too bright. So I'm going to use this to switch it all to a slightly darker green. Well, that's not bright enough. This is a tricky situation because it's got to be just the right color. Yeah, this is a pretty insane, like animating this thing is gonna be, oh my gosh. Luckily, I'm gonna have it just kind of float, so I won't have to animate it too much, but I will have to animate attacks and stuff like that. 'Cause man, this thing is pretty complicated, especially once I get the wings in. So let's add a little bit more detail to the wings, and I think we'll be basically done with this. I'm gonna darken them first of all. They're too bright, because I'm gonna use a slightly lighter color for the feathers. And to make things go a little faster, well first, so let's define a little bit what I want this to do. I want larger. Let's see here. They'll be like, these are the actual feathers, right? Like this. Let's see. Something kind of like that. I'll have some smaller feathers along here like this. Probably touch each other a little bit more. Like this. And there'll be couple feathers here that will get a little bit larger as we go into here. Kind of like this. Okay, and I'm doing kind of a messy job right now until I can go in and clean this up a little bit. You can see, but all the feathers are going to connect at the center, kind of like that. There's going to be different layers, so let's come out a little bit with where I expect these other feathers to be, kind of like that. We'll probably have something that's like a little bit feathery there too. Comes out a little bit like this. And it's starting to look good here. This is what I like to see. It's kind of sloppy still. Wouldn't want to leave this in a game like this, but sometimes you have to get a little sloppy to make it look good kind of sloppy, and then you go in and add in the detail that you need. That you get after it's already been a little sloppy. Just so you can get the right feel for it, because this is kind of what I'm going for. So I'm liking the feel so far. Like that. Only I might just make all of this darker so it matches. Go dark here. Come in with the I don't know, something kind of like that. So what I would do at this point is go through and clean all of this up. Basically just clean up individual pixels like what I'm doing right now to make this look more planned and less random. And this takes a long time, like a lot of work, and it looks really nice when you're done, but it does take a long time. So I'm not going to make you guys sit and watch me clean up all this. I'm just going to maybe take out a few of these to make this look, I want this to look a little bit more like the edges instead of like how it looks. It needs to look like it's actually got some feathers here instead of just like a sheet, like a slate. So I'm not going to make you guys sit and watch me clean up all of the pixels here, because that would take a long time and you guys will get really bored, but you get the basic idea of what I've done. I've got a sketch in my hand that I'm kind of looking off. What do I want this to look like? I just rough sketched it out, so nothing super fancy. And then I started, basically I just started going off my sketch and coming up with this, and now I'm gonna, that actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's not super clean, but it looks pretty good. So then I'll mirror this again like I showed you that trick at the start, so I don't have to do the entire wing again. And once I clean it up, I'll do that one more time, and you'll have a nice dark looking angel creature for your game. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys' support. I actually just wanted to make a shout out for I've got one of my composers has written a song that he's given me permission to show to you guys. It's a song for Grain War. I'm going to put the link in the description. His name's Wavestop, and he's really, really good at writing music. So this is just kind of like a test. He's written it in an 8-bit style, which won't actually be the final style of the music. But if you want to go listen to that tune, you can do that. I'll have the link in the description. Make sure and follow him on SoundCloud and listen to some of his other stuff. That will help him out a lot. And like and favorite this video. Thank you guys very much, and I will talk to you guys later.